Today I'm going to walk you through how to use keywords on your Pinterest profile. The 6 different places that you should be using keywords on Pinterest to maximize and optimize your Pinterest marketing strategy. Before we do that, let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. I'm Heather Farris, and I run a Pinterest marketing agency. I've been doing this for about 4.5 years, and in the last 18 months or so, I've started doing Pinterest education for creators like you who are looking to legitimate Pinterest marketing advice that's not fast traffic tricks. So, if that sounds like something you want, stick around because that's what this channel is all about. So let's dive in. Where do I use my Pinterest keywords? Like, I'm told I have to use keywords, but how do I use them and where do I use them? Well, I'm gonna give you a couple really quick tips and then tell you the 6 places that you want to use those keywords. Tip number 1, no keyword stuffing on Pinterest. None, 0, zilch. Don't do it. Pinterest has told us they're smart to this. They told us this in 2018, not to keyword stuff when I went to the creators conference. They had just made it really clear that their bots and their algorithm are smart and they know what we're doing. Tip number 2, use long tail keywords that kind of play into the short tail keywords that you're using. I prefer to use longer tail keywords, meaning 3 to 4 words. It's more of like a phrase over short keywords. For example, if you're targeting coffee tables, that's going to be really hard to rank for. But if you're targeting mid-century modern coffee tables, that may be a little bit easier to rank for. I prefer to use the longer tail keywords when and if at all possible. And if you're not finding keywords within your industry or your niche that are working for you, then head on over to Google and do some searching there and use their related search terms and then use those in the keyword search bar to see if that sparks anything for you. Now that you know my best practices for keywords, let's dive right in. So your display name, you can actually use keywords in there. You cannot use the word Pinterest in your display name. I did find that out the hard way because they took it away from me a couple of years ago. I had Pinterest marketing for, I don't know, content creators or something in there. You have a very limited space, so I would choose the main keyword that you really want to rank for. So for example, let's use the home decor niche again. Perhaps you are a home decor like stylist. Let's say your name is Heather, and then you can do the little straight line thing and you can do like home decor, home decorator for like mid-century modern home decor specialist, something like that. Whatever your main keyword is. For a long time on my mom blog Pinterest account, I had the Balanced Mamas was my display name, but I changed it to like stay-at-home mom tips or something like that. Like the Balanced Mamas, straight line, stay-at-home mom tips. Another one of my clients, it's her display, like her company name, and then budgeting for beginners. So that main keyword you really want to rank for, you can use that in your display name. And then in your bio, you get about 140 characters, it might be a little less, to tell people what you do. Do not use this space for your URL, for a freebie, for an Instagram link or anything like that. Use that space to tell people what you do and utilize some keywords in there. You should be able to use 2 to 3 keywords in your bio. So if you were the budgeting expert, you could say like, I help overwhelmed moms conquer budgeting for beginners. Grab your, browse around for easy budgeting tips, something like that. I'm not really good with bios, so don't lean on me for that. Number 3, the most important place and 4 is your board title and your board descriptions. If you're not using keywords in those places, the platform is not going to understand what your pins are about, and they won't be indexed properly. So it's really important that your boards are well optimized with keywords before you put your pins on them. So make sure that your board titles are optimized for search because boards are searchable. Your sections are not searchable, but your overall board is. So if you're using the budgeting example again, you could do like beginner budgeting tips or budgeting for beginners. Something like that would be really well optimized for search. And then your board description would go on to use between 5 to 10 keywords in sentence format. It has to be in sentence format. It cannot be keyword stuffed. It just looks tacky too. Just don't do it. So try to write what I like to do because I'm really long-winded. I aim to write 5 sentences with 1 long keyword in each sentence, and that's usually rounds out to about 500 characters using all 5 keywords available. So if you write shorter sentences, then you can probably use more like 10 keywords, like towards that 10 mark. So there's no hard and fast amount of keywords that you have to use in order to rank. It's just I'm trying to give you like best practices. Write full sentences, try to stick keywords in there that make sense. So don't write a description like budgeting for beginners / budgeting tips for moms. Like talk to her about what the board is about. Like you were telling your mom what this board is about, right? Whatever that is, write it out. If you need some examples, head over to my Pinterest profile, pinterest.com/Heather Farris Co. Snoop around my profile and check that out. Number 5 are your pin titles. Remember, your pins are gonna come up in search, so make sure you're using your main keyword for that pin in the pin title. And I like to put it towards the beginning of the pin title. Think of this like Google SEO. You use your main keyword on your blog in the first sentence and in the title, closer to the beginning. Same thing on Pinterest. Use it in the pin title, closer to the beginning. And then use your main keyword in the first sentence of your Pinterest description, which is place number 6. So you're gonna use your keywords in your Pinterest description. And again, same kind of philosophy, 5 sentences, 5 long tail keywords, 500 descriptions. Place number 7, which most people don't realize that Pinterest can even do, is your text overlay. Use your main keyword for your pin in your text overlay. That way the algorithm actually reads your Pinterest images and it indexes that information in the text within the algorithm. So it's just an extra little thing that tells the platform what your pin is all about. So you are going to use your one main keyword that you want to rank for each pin, and your pin title, pin description, and text overlay. And then your board titles, board descriptions, last are display name and bio. As long as you are using keywords and not just like 1 or 2 words, but long tail keywords, 3 to 4 words strung together, a keyword phrase. Throughout those places, you are going to see better results long term because the platform will know what your content is about. So let me know if there are any places that you were not using keywords in the comments down below, and we will brainstorm how you can better do that. Now, in the meantime, if you're interested in more keyword or Pinterest marketing tips, head on over to our Pinterest marketing playlist and dive right on in and make yourself at home. There's plenty of videos that you can watch and absorb and implement right over there. And that's it for this week. I'll see you next time.